2018 season, but Syracuse is no easy homecoming. The Orange 21-5 overall, 11-4 in the league, and this game will be a huge factor in determining who gets the fourth and final double bye in the upcoming ACC tournament. Immediately, the Orange go inside to the freshman Izoje, who scores the opening bucket 20 seconds in.
We talked to Wes Moore today in shoot-around. He said, we hope that Tilda Trieger does her job against Izoje. Already 1-0, Uche.
Burrows goes into the first row, takes out the chairs. Look out courtside.
Those seats are a premium, especially when you get up close and personal with the players. I like that already, right?
Get to be a part of the game. And hey, we were at Syracuse shoot-around at 7:30 a.m. this morning, and they have played with ferocity and energy since shoot-around early this morning.
And we were so impressed with them we were able to watch them in shoot-around, but these are the two we're looking at. 21 years old is that freshman Izoje, but her first year of experience on the college level, playing against Khamil, Pierre. And
Trieger for three.
All right, so 1-1 now in that post battle. Trieger, with the ability to step out, stretches the defense. Now you got a defender out there. It's going to make it hard once she gets the ball on the block.
Trieger, the number 4 scorer for NC State this season, as Izoje misses her second shot. Rebound grabbed by Pierre. Trieger struggled offensively the last few games for the Wolfpack. Inside Pierre, quick move right past Uche Izoje.
All right, Evan, 4 shots taken, all 4 by the post players. I am loving this game early on.
And on cue, there's a missed 3. You're like, what are the guards doing? Throw it to the bigs.
Get in.
Caden Samuels kicks it to the corner. Zam Jones. Jones back to Trieger for 2.
Yeah, she's a tough matchup because she comes with the height. She stands at 6'6", and it's hard to defend that when she releases so high and then can put the ball on the floor and get to the rim if you guard her.
That snaps the 7-0 run for the Wolfpack. A big shot for Dominique Darius. Orange haven't played since a big home win this past Sunday. They led for over 39 minutes against the Clemson Tigers in a tight 4-point victory.
That was such an exciting game to watch. Clemson was fighting for their NCAA tournament life in that one.
And now with Virginia's win, they're still very much in the mix. Syracuse trying to stay with just 4 losses, but they've got a tough road test this afternoon. Felicia Leggett-Jack, what an incredible job she's done. This team picked 13th in the preseason poll, 8 newcomers on the roster, and she has inspired and willed her team to a different competitive level.
She said it's the sisterhood that this team has.
The sisterhood.
The sisterhood, that's right. She did spell it for us, didn't she? But she said this team loves each other, and I will tell you that is rare to find in this transfer portal age where you don't have that experience with those players.
By the way, the foul was on Burrows. Pierre makes a couple of free throws, and now the Wolfpack have it again with a 4-point lead. NC State hadn't missed a shot yet. 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the line. Pierre kicks it, Trieger. I'll take credit for that miss, Tilda.
Great ball movement, though. You get inside, the double comes on Pierre.
Oh, it's a nice pass. Izoje too strong, gets it back. To the corner, Filia, got it.
Izoje's ability to leap in the air and get those rebounds is unbelievable. Got her team some second chance points from Filia.
Filia averaging over 15 points per game in conference play. Jones pivots to the hoop, too strong with a finger roll. Izoje the rebound.
I think that's going to be a little more difficult for NC State to get into the paint with this size of Syracuse.
Coming into today, we knew the rebounding battle was going to be so critical, and that's a nice bounce for Shy Hawkins on the road. Denon's off the bracket and falls through. Syracuse, the best offensive rebounding team in the league. Of course, NC State, the best defensive rebounding team in the league, though the boards did not go their way in Durham on Thursday night against the Blue Devils. Zoe Brooks continues the offensive onslaught for both sides.
Yeah, back to your point against Duke, he gave up 14 O-boards that turned into 18 second chance points. They cannot have that kind of game today against Syracuse because they will make you pay with those second chance points.
Cuse is 4 of 8. State is 4 for 6. That's a travel. And the game's first turnover comes just over 4 minutes in. Alicia Leggett-Jack has not beaten NC State as the coach of the Orange. Syracuse has not won a game against the Wolfpack in over 9 years. Trying to change that today.
I can't believe that. I mean, NC State has obviously traditionally in this league been at the top, but Syracuse as well. I mean, you think about that. Not too long ago, they were in the final game, in fact.
Play by Pierre. She stumbled. Ball came back to her, and then she threw it off an Orange leg out of bounds. Not sure if it was intentional or not, but it worked out. Westmore is known to have an interesting facial expression or two on the sidelines during a game. And it's a 5 count before Brooks could throw it off the leg of Darius. 5-second count and the first turnover for NC State.
Good defense by Syracuse on the out-of-bounds play. This is what they go over and shoot around. Other teams out of bounds, side out of bounds, offense, and right now both teams executing their defense against that pretty well.
Journey Thompson, first off Westmore's bench today. No good for Darius. And chance of the offensive rebound. Thompson. What a wild sequence. Misplayed by Samuels. And the jumper for Darius.
Well, I thought Darius got away with the walk, and I think most of Reynolds Coliseum thought the same, but either way, one dribble pull-up looks nice.
Brooks flashes in the long 2.
Zoe Brooks needs to have a big game today. We know the post players like Pierre right there are gonna get going offensively, but Zoe Brooks needs to step up and make herself a factor offensively.
Pierre the steal, Traeger unable to connect from the right wing. Ahead, Izoje, tough catch, finds her balance and scores.
I say it every time I call a game. My favorite thing about a post player is when they run the floor in transition and you've got guards that have their eyes up to give you that pass. Nice finish by Izoje.
4 points, 2 rebounds for the freshman from Nigeria. And inside, Khamil, Pierre. She's now got a quick 6.
And that's about as easy as it gets right there. Falls away from the defense, high off the glass. That is a pretty shot.
Already had 7 lead changes in the first 6 minutes of the game. Filia steps closer, rebound Pierre.
And Syracuse needs to be careful that they don't get into a one-on-one game. I wonder if Coach Jack is saying that right now to her guard. Pass the ball around, make the defense shift, and then see what you have.
Key to the game so far for NC State. There have been 6 missed shots for the Orange. They've gotten 5 of those 6 rebounds. And Sam Jones knocks down the second Wolfpack 3. NC State has made 4 of its last 5 shots. Burrows comes up short. Rebound Samuels. On the drive, it's Brooks again.
Yeah, that's just not good transition defense. You got to stop the ball handler early. You don't, and that's what happens.
Around and out, rebound finds Trigger.
Oh, I love this pace.
State has scored the last 7. Alicia Leggett-Jack trying to get a stop from her defense. Inside Trigger. Clean block inside by the Orange defense. Ahead, Dominique Darius. Rebound Samuels. State looking to run again. Everybody's gassed.
No. There's where you hope you've got your deep bench. And if you're Syracuse, you're playing for another game without Kira Scott. So limited numbers there, but Wes Moore likes to go to his bench and has gotten some good production from them.
Pierre with a left hand. Rebound Izoje. We continue under the 2-minute mark. No whistles since we got past the 5-minute mark. Darius jumper. Doesn't get the bounce. Another rebound for Pierre.
I think Izoje wants the ball.
Brooks, unguarded, saw the space and creates the contact.
Yeah,
and finally everybody can take a deep breath.
Yeah, and in this timeout, you know that Coach Leggett-Jack is going to be talking about that transition defense.
7 straight points for the Wolfpack to open up the early 6-point lead here in Raleigh.
It's really about trusting each other off the court. When you have good team chemistry like that, it shows immediately on the court.
Being able to be someone that the freshmen can look up to, the transfers can ask questions to, is really important to me.
I want them to be confident. It's okay if we make mistakes, but go make the next best play.
We're so proud of the women they're becoming.
Brought to you by Olay.
Fox 61 Morning News. Your local news, live or on demand. Breaking news, weather impact alerts. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. and streaming on Fox 61 Plus.
This is the all-new redesigned 2026 Nissan Sentra. With the most standard features of any sedan in its class. It means you can have your cake and drive it too. The 2026 Nissan Sentra. The most ambitious Sentra ever. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get a low $239 per month lease on the all-new 2026 Nissan Sentra.
Did he lose his shirt?
I have never seen anybody lose their shirt.
I guess deny and delay didn't work today. Now look at them.
Who's the law firm?
The law offices of Mark E. Salamone and Morelli.
If you've been injured in an accident, get the Salamone and Morelli Advantage. Call 1-800-WIN-WIN-1 right now. Tell them you mean business.
I'm Rachel Piscatelli, morning meteorologist and traffic anchor at Fox 61. I'm a Connecticut native and a Quinnipiac grad who loves spending time outdoors with my dog Odin. Your commute sets the tone, and I'm here to keep you moving. From fast-changing weather to sudden slowdowns on 84 and 91, I'm tracking it all so you can get to where you're going. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to Connecticut's #1 streaming newscast. Weekdays 5 to 11:30 a.m.
You're watching CW Women's Hoops, brought to you by Allstate. You're in good hands. By Fresh Pet, healthy food fresh from the fridge. And by DirecTV. Stream DirecTV satellite free. 8 minutes and change into the opening quarter in the house that Kay Yao helped build. Here in Raleigh, NC State leading by 6. Up to the moment, this is what the ACC tournament bracket would look like. Syracuse clinging to that 4th spot, which gets you the free pass into the quarterfinals. But everything's up for grabs with NC State trying to match the orange in the standings. We just saw Virginia get a huge road win, Kelly. It is wide open right now in the race for that 4th position.
You don't see Louisville lose much on their home floor, especially in ACC play. Now they've lost to Duke at home and just picked up a loss to Virginia at home in the Yum Center.
How about the shot by Levy late in that game?
My goodness, that was, I mean, it rolled in.
Zoe Brooks at the line for the Wolfpack. She has been a hot scorer lately, double figures in 14 of her last 15 games. 7 times this year she's scored over 20. Makes both free throws, and all of a sudden the Wolfpack lead by 8.
Defense has just been superb. NC State knows everything that Syracuse is trying to do, and they're in position to get stops.
And they look ready to play today. Jones, beautiful pass to Trigger.
That's a beautiful play, and we've seen those guards with a head full of steam going toward the rim. That time the help came over. Trieger was wide open.
11 straight for State. Travel. And Syracuse turns it for the third, making the fourth time. Could have been a foul there on Trieger. Could have been a three-point play.
It really could have had that great inside position. The help came late, but Zam Jones setting it up.
Kelly Westmore told us at NC State shoot-around this morning, you know, we played Thursday. They didn't. It was a physical game over at Cameron. And we have to find some energy. They found it early on. Brooks to the corner. Devin Quigley just off the bench. Misses her first shot, but almost gets it back. And is called for the foul in the process.
You can tell there are a lot of tired bodies as we just subbed in quite a few new players on both sides of the floor.
How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, we got to watch that Louisville-Virginia game, which was also pretty frenetic in terms of pace, but just carried over into this one.
One of the reasons it's so important thinking about being in the top four.
Oh.
It's been 40 years since someone outside of the top four won the ACC women's tournament.
That double bye is everything.
Burrows for three. All of a sudden, the Orange have gone cold. It's been over 4.5 minutes since their last basket. Shot clock off to close this quarter. Brooks, some nifty dribbling, fiddling and diddling, finds Trieger, foul line jumper, gets the bounce. NC State closes the first on a 13-0 run.
Defense is
important. Don't miss the MGM Tennis Slam presented by Capital One next Sunday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, only on the CW.
Syracuse starting the quarter in a zone. They're going to hope that this defense is a little more effective than that first quarter D.
Zam Jones knocks down the three.
Answered that real quick. Great skip pass. Made the defense shift. It was late there to defend that three-point line. I think Syracuse has got to try to get the ball inside. They had that first look into Izoje, made it. That's the only 2 points in the paint for Syracuse in this game.
Orange have missed their last 7 shots. Maddie Cox will go to the line at the other end. And to your point, Kelly, the Orange are just chucking it from the outside right now. And their offense is one and done. Their MO is creating second chances. This game is teetering on getting out of control quick here in front of these rowdy Wolfpack fans.
Yeah, this is not the place where you want to come in and have a poor showing if you're the opposing team.
He's a cop, she's a con, and together they're unstoppable. The CW's hit series Wild Cards airs tomorrow with an all-new episode. Don't miss Wild Cards tomorrow, 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. 18 straight for NC State. Wolfpack coming off back-to-back losses in South Bend last Sunday and in Durham on Thursday. Izoje uses every part of the rim to get the ball to trickle through the cylinder.
Well, she's capable, and when you put her in a scenario like that where no help can come, she can go one-on-one with her defender, that's when she's at her best. We saw that at the beginning play of the game.
Snaps a 5.5-minute scoring drought, then Izoje grabs the miss. Potts inside for Izoje, back outside, Potts. NC State's crowd trying to will a stop here defensively. Shot clock at 5. Olivia Schmidt, way off. NC State ball.
And that is going to get this crowd roaring. And Coach Westmore talked to us today about how defense has been something that his team has been lacking this year. He's used to being a very defensive-minded team, and he's not been pleased with the way his team is playing. I think that he is pretty excited about the way that this one is early on.
Pierre kicks it to the corner for Cox. Still 10 seconds for NC State. Quigley over to Jones. Pierre, one dribble for two.
NC State just playing so connected right now. They're sharing the ball. They're giving up the good shot for the better shot. It is really beautiful to watch on that offense.
Shooting 63% as a team. And NC State defense is taking advantage of Syracuse's mistakes. Pierre, coast to coast, plus the foul.
One on three after the steal. But here is the kick to Khamil Pierre, who goes off the glass for an easy two. And then she picks up the steal and goes all the way in, gets the foul. She is having a game.
Khamil Pierre, 4th in the league in scoring, number 1 in rebounding, 4th in double-doubles. She's 7th in the country in rebounding. And a missed free throw leads to another possession thanks to Quigley's offensive rebound. First offensive rebound of the game for State. Cox stays with it. Jones, short. Oh, flying in. Shot clock didn't reset. And Brooks didn't get it off. And it was an air ball anyway. Well, we are seeing a different skip to the step of the Wolfpack.
Yeah, certainly are. Great look on that diagonal pass to the short corner. I thought she was going to get a bucket out of it. But again, it's just they're seeing each other so well. Great vision from the top. Good movement from the offense. They're not stagnant. And look at the defense. Almost another steal by Pierre.
Izoje for two.
That's the best offense. That's the only offense that's working right now. Get the ball in her hand, no three-point shooter on her side, and let her go to work.
Izoje has been such a revelation this year after spending the last years playing in Japan, originally from Nigeria. Good defense there from Izoje. In transition, excellent hands from Jones. It'll stay Syracuse ball.
Going back to Izoje, you just look at her length. Just watch her every time she goes up for a rebound. Her feet come so far off the ground. She's got a great reach. She gets up and over defenders. And her shot is tough to block because she keeps it so high.
Officials are going to review this last play. So we will take the timeout and tell you what happens when we come back and when we know what happened.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us, no trade-in needed.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And for on-the-go Vicks vapors, try Vicks Vapo Inhaler.
This week, a jam-packed CW Sports Saturday tips off with an ACC battle. When NC State squares off with Notre Dame. Then, buckle up for the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series Road Track Mayhem at COTA.
That's some Dukes of Hazzard stuff.
Followed by Syracuse taking on Wake Forest. It's an explosive day of action on CW Sports Saturday. This week at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific on the CW.
New Nissan? Not correct. Hey. You got to put it through its paces.
You can take it.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event featuring Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Get a low $259 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% APR and select SUVs for well-qualified buyers.
Hi. We settled your case. It's not what you were hoping for. It's way better. Yes! Yes! Thank you!
With Trantolo and Trantolo, you don't fight solo. Trantolo and Trantolo, personal injury lawyers with you every step of the way.
The Fox 61 Plus app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time.
Police officers respond.
Track how the weather will impact your day.
From a ½ inch to an inch of rain.
Extended continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
This is still an active scene in Lieutenant.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting.
Where the magic happens.
All the news you need, live or on demand. Fox 61 Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
You're watching CW Women's Hoops, presented by Allstate. You're in good hands. Well, we learned that NC State challenged the last call, which was Syracuse ball out of bounds. The officials are still conferring at the scorer's table. Kelly, you be the judge.
Well, with that look right there, I think that's Syracuse ball. Right off her fingertips. There, I think that would be the final touch.
After
in my
review,
opinion.
The call will stand. It'll be Syracuse basketball on the end line.
Yeah.
Kelly, you could be a ref.
Yeah, I don't want to be. It's about the last job I'd ever want to be.
Katie Lukinich, Jules Gallion, and Jeff Wooten are three-person crew today.
I have 4 kids and I do enough refereeing at home.
I hear you.
You know that. as do you.
Half that many kids, and I'm exhausted. I mean, they're wonderful.
That's right, they're wonderful.
Layla Filia trying to get Syracuse off the schneid. The last points for someone other than Izoje for the Orange came with 5:11 to go in the first quarter.
And the pack in his zone. Love the change-up. Doesn't do anything to that shot, though. That's been easy offense. Izoje, another 2.
She's got 10 now, 5 of 7, and she is the only person that is arguably keeping the Orange within striking distance, if 15 is that, which is debatable. Pierre off the tough catch. He should get an assist for that.
Wow. I think she's telling Trigger that right now. I saw you open.
Trigger's got 11, Pierre's got 10, and NC State is controlling this game inside despite Izoje's impact, which is substantial.
And I think that NC State is doing such a good job of limiting Syracuse to one and done. Remember, the best offensive rebounding team in the ACC, making it tough for Trigger on that shot.
Trigger didn't go up strong and straight, she faded away. Darius on the drive, missed it short, rebound Quigley. Good minutes off the bench for Devin Quigley. Good hands by Jones to keep it alive. She finds herself open and missed it short. Darius the other way. Ahead, Shy Hawkins with a left hand.
That's what Syracuse needs desperately, some easy offense. Get up in transition, look ahead after the rebound. Great look by Hawkins to run the floor.
Past the midway point in this second quarter. Wolfpack have led by as many as 19. We had 7 lead changes in the first 6 minutes. And then NC State went on their big run, and Trigger has been a big part of it. Izoje grabs the rebound, her 5th.
Yeah, Syracuse has got to do this on the defensive end, and they had a good about 20 seconds, and then that breakdown when Trigger came down the lane.
Izoje rounded out. Loose ball finds Pierre. Jones just controlling the pace of the game, sets up Quigley for the jumper.
That's the spot against the zone. Short corner, stop and pop. Syracuse has got to do a much better job of taking away those open looks.
Official stats not giving Jones an assist there, perhaps because of the dribble from Quigley, but it was her penetration that opened that whole possession up. Shot clock winding down again. Darius takes it, makes it.
I'd love to see some more from Dominique Darius. She has the ability to go off offensively, and maybe that will spark something for Darius.
A foul on Pierre over the back. Just her first.
Pierre, such an incredible rebounder, but turns around 2 against 1 on that one. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of with the crowd on that. I'm not sure that was a foul. I love the hustle.
Travel on Burrows. 6th Syracuse turnover. NC State never led on Thursday at Cameron. Up double digits right here, right now. And Brooks will go to the line. Fouls on Hawkins.
Tilda Trigger, 11 early points in this game, and this is how it started. And I think that's important because now you've got a defender outside, shows us her mid-range game as well, and then the offensive rebound and the putback. 11 points, 4 boards for her. And we talked about Khamil Pierre to start off this game, and when these two play in tandem like this is one of the best front courts in the ACC.
Trigger just didn't get that many opportunities against Duke. She finished the game 3 for 6. Today she's already 5 for 10.
And I think that has to do with the attention that Khamil Pierre gets on the defensive end. It opens her up to be able to play her game.
Loose ball into the Wolfpack bench, going NC State's way. Wes Moore in his 13th season. He has put together an unbelievable career after a long run at UT Chattanooga. Francis Marion before that. Samuels traveled. 2:11 to play in the half.
I'd go back to Izoje on the block. Maybe use her in the pick and roll. No.
Quick hand, Zoe Brooks. Zoe Brooks can't finish, but free throws coming. Zoe Brooks makes these free throws. She'll have 12 points in the first half. What an impact she's had at both ends of the floor.
And she's not taking a play off, playing equally hard on both sides of the ball.
This Tuesday on NXT, not 1, not 2, but 3 championship belts are on the line. The NXT Women's, the North American Championship, and the NXT Tag Team belts are all up for grabs. Don't miss this history-making night this Tuesday, 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. There's something out of sync here for the Orange. Manifesting itself in various ways at both ends of the floor. And off balance on the drive. Felia went for the steal, could not get it.
And another offensive play with hardly a pass.
Lunin takes it. Battle for the board, won by the Wolfpack.
Been the effort so far of this NC State team on the boards, to the rim, getting inside the paint.
4 O boards now for State. Burrows grabs the rebound after the Lunin miss. Ahead of the pack, it's Izoje.
Coach Jack loving that one. Clapping for her freshman who ran the floor, got the pass. Let's see if they can get a much-needed stop.
And see if they can finish the half. Score, stop, score to take some momentum into the locker room. Pierre swings it. Brooks wide open. Bounce!
The breakdown after the first and second pass. The defense for Syracuse cannot finish the play.
15 already for Zoe Brooks. Jumper goes for Darius, and the final seconds will tick away. NC State will take a 17-point lead in the locker room. Encourage you to stay tuned for today's halftime show presented by Intuit Turf. All right, Rick, looking forward to that. Meanwhile, second half underway. Syracuse, can they carve into this deficit? Evan Lepler, Kelly Deo with you from Reynolds Coliseum. And how about that start to the second half? Quick chance for a three-point play. Let's revisit the keys to the game brought to you by Sky Rizzi.
Yes.
Points in the paint, huge factor.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and Syracuse has not contained penetration. They need to do that better. And then on the other side, limiting Syracuse to just one shot. They have been able to do that. Syracuse with just 2 offensive boards for 3 second chance points. NC State has done their homework. They have found a player, boxed him out, and grabbed those rebounds.
Sam Jones picked up the foul. Layla Filia completes the three-point play. And NC State turns it over. So a chance to score here and sneak a little bit closer. The Orange have not won here at Reynolds since Valentine's Day 10 years ago.
Wow. This is the start Coach Jack wants for her team in this half, and they will maintain possession there. You get a score, you get a stop, and an opportunity now to score on an out-of-bounds play.
What do you think Coach Jack's message was at halftime to her team?
I think the defense, honestly, was just on the struggle bus for Syracuse. They would be so good in the first couple passes, and then there'd be a breakdown.
First foul on Brooks. Sophie Burrows going to the line. Reigning ACC Player of the Week. She had 19 points and 16 rebounds, which was a career high. And the Oranges win over Clemson last Sunday. This Tuesday on NXT, not 1, not 2, but 3 championship belts on the line. The NXT Women's North American Championship and NXT Tag Team belts are all up for grabs. Don't miss this history-making night this Tuesday, 8/7 Central, right here on the CW.
My question for Syracuse is, how do you get the ball to Sophie Burrows? She comes off such a great performance, as you mentioned, ACC Player of the Week. She does not have a single point, just went 0 of 2. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She gets a steal here.
Outlets for Dominique Darius. She could have taken 3. She'll leave it for Burrows, who's all alone, and that's how she can get
there
going.
You go.
Wes Moore's not going to be happy about that.
Nice flip pass from her guard. A couple feet off that three-point line and knocks it down. Syracuse starting off this half very different.
Pierre will get to the line and try to snap this 9-0 Syracuse run going back to the end of the first half.
We saw the double come quickly. Khamil Pierre gets the ball. She requires a lot of attention on the defensive end.
A little surprised Westmore didn't take a timeout because Sophie Burrows, who's a great shooter, has made a 3 now in 14 straight games, was open by about 20 feet.
Yeah. And that was a breakdown of what we saw defensively in the first half by NC State.
Foul was on Journey Thompson. Pierre sinks a pair.
Pierre on her way to yet another double-double. 12 points, 6 boards for her. Look at that high release.
Uche Izoje. Ruth Riley have a release like that?
Nothing like that. I mean, you hardly see a post player with that kind of release, especially with her height. It's unguardable.
How high was your release compared to Uche's?
Oh, look at that muffin.
I will.
She didn't want me going up like that.
Krieger missed the point-blank shot, but she'll get a chance at the line. Let's go back to Izoje.
Look at the athleticism. Jump, look, as high as it could be. 6'6" arms of Tilda Krieger could not block that. That is beautiful. She has been well trained. Think of those years she spent in Japan.
Like Lisa Leslie.
Right. It's very similar to that. You wonder if she watched some film. That's a great player to pattern your game against.
1 for 2 for Trigger at the line this time. Hughes has been down by as many as 19. Chance to get it back to single digits here. Burrows.
Wow. This reminds me of that game against Louisville. At the beginning of the game, you watched and you were like, oh, okay, another Louisville blowout. And Syracuse never stopped. They don't win that game, but they came back and it showed their heart.
Brooks left alone. Syracuse pays the price. 17 for Zoe Brooks. And Syracuse go back to Sophie Burrows here. 7 points already in the quarter for Burrows. Hadn't gotten a touch yet this possession. Darius, impossible shot, won't go. Rebound secured by Thompson. To the basket, Izoje.
Whatever Coach Jack said at halftime.
That's a different Syracuse team.
This team has followed suit, and they are playing with a lot more intensity, and they're locked in.
14-5 Syracuse in the third. Trigger, nice extra pass to Pierre. Foul's going on Thompson.
We've seen that diagonal pass work a lot against this zone. You've got to have much better pressure on the ball handler so that she cannot have the vision to get that pass.
Khamil Pierre needs 4 more rebounds for her 18th double-double this season. Top 5 in the country in that department. Fastest growing cable news network in all of television is News Nation. News Nation respects all Americans and is news for all Americans. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. Another missed free throw for the Wolfpack. Pierre goes 1 for 2. Orange 5 of 6 from the floor here so far in the third. Ophelia. Outside, Izoje from 17 feet. Money.
9 of 13 from the field right now. Talk about efficiency as a post player. And by the way, those aren't all inside the paint. In fact, I would say most of them are just a step or 2 outside.
And it's a steal for Journey Thompson. 8th NC State turnover. Ophelia from the corner. That would have cut it to 4.
Why we play 40 minutes of a basketball game.
Brooks doesn't get the bounce. Battle for the board. It's Pierre inside, fighting with Thompson for the loose ball still. And it's a flagrant foul against Pierre. And the officials will confer as Wes Moore, irate, screaming at Jules Gallion, who made the call. They'll look at it, and we'll have a verdict when we come back. The intensity rising here in Raleigh.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
What up, witch? Let's go, Mary. Let's go.
Numis Salem.
Salem.
4 parks. One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
I remember my heart was beating so fast. It's like good before the show even starts. I remember getting my first jersey.
When you get there, you can feel like that gut feeling of like excitement.
I love popcorn and I especially love the butter stuff. I remember Dad singing. I was screaming my heart out at that concert and I couldn't talk the next day.
From snacks to seats to souvenirs, cash back on experiences you'll never forget with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Every time we drive, we're putting everything we love out on the road. And that's why we'll always drive a Subaru.
The all-new Subaru Outback, built to achieve the highest safety ratings possible. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get special offers from the best overall and most reliable auto brand during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
We talk forever about the future. Worry about it, or wish it closer. We try to glimpse the places we'll go, from ocean depths to the far side of the moon. At NC State University, the future is a thing you make, with bright ideas, new tools, and a Wolfpack behind you. Tell us where you're headed. We'll help you get there. NC State. Think and do.
You're watching CW Women's Hoops presented by Allstate. You're in good hands. And here at Reynolds in Raleigh, Katie Lukanich, Jules Gallion, Jeff Wooten still deliberating.
We're going to get a look at it here. So the missed shot, see, Pierre has her hands on it and immediately gets tied up.
So it's a foul on Darius, and then the battle for the ball, and Gallion called a flagrant, or not a flagrant, an intentional foul. There's a little bit of a push from Pierre.
And that's where the intentional comes in, because obviously neither player would let go of the ball. That's an issue. Somebody's got to do it. But once you shove and extend your arm that way, and unfortunately the ref actually was in the middle of it, which I'm sure added a little insult to injury. But the official's still deliberating. I
apologize for using the men's basketball term, which is flagrant. Women's hoops, it's intentional foul. And this is a long conversation between the officials. Neither player wanted to let go of the ball, and then Pierre took exception. The question is whether this is a foul on both of them or just a foul on one of them. While we have a moment, this week CW Courtside Saturday returns 2 monster matchups, ACC tournament seeding on the line. First, NC State goes on the road to battle Notre Dame. Then after NASCAR, Syracuse travels to Winston-Salem to take on the Demon Deacons. CW Courtside Saturday starting at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, only on the CW. Hall of Fame weekend at Wake Forest, and a couple of women's basketball legends will be honored. Lisa Stockton, part of the early Wake Forest teams in the mid-'80s, started 97 straight games, a school record, and then De'Erica Hamby, who's still starring in the W. What a career she had in Winston. All right, there's a lot of groans from the crowd, Kelly. You spoke to Jules Gallion. What did you learn?
So a flagrant one will be called on Khamil Pierre, and then a technical foul on Journey Thompson. Those will offset. Jump ball is technically the call, so now it will be NC State ball.
Interesting. So they offset. So it is the third on Thompson. And it's the second on Pierre. So all things considered, the groans for NC, I mean, it worked out about as well as it could for Wolfpack fans.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, and I think that's an appropriate thing to give the technical foul as well to Journey Thompson, because again, neither would let go of that basketball, but obviously the flagrant one because of the push.
Am I crazy, or should the push be penalized more than the holding on to the basketball?
Right. I mean, I am surprised by that.
Syracuse was down 17 at the half. Interesting. Zoe Brooks for three.
Couldn't draw it up any better after a situation like that. Zoe Brooks knocks it down, and Reynolds Coliseum is back up and roaring.
And that brings the fans back in it.
This is such a difficult place to play.
Always has been, always will be.
Something different about these fans.
Ophelia gets to the line with 5:11 to go in this third quarter. Second foul on Sam Jones. NC State has competed in the last 8 NCAA tournaments, advancing to the Sweet 16 6 times in the last 8 tournaments. Looking for a huge statement win today. Syracuse not going away without a fight. 2 for 2 at the line for Layla Ophelia, the transfer from Texas. Ophelia, one of the best free throw shooters in the ACC. She's got 8 points today, and that is the orange deficit. Traeger bounces it for Pierre. Good hands from Uche.
Yeah, I like that high-low look, and it's been working against this zone, but really good defense by Izoje.
Over Traeger for 2. 20.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. The guards have been taking the last few shots for Syracuse. You cannot forget about that inside game. You want to continually get the ball in her hands.
6th time this season, Izoje is at 20 points, and she is far from done. Her season high is 27. Wouldn't be surprised if she passed that, but Khamil Pierre is going to have something to say about it too.
We've seen that a lot from Pierre. Almost a fadeaway in a way. She avoids the contact, gets it high off the glass and in.
NC State has continued to answer, but Syracuse keeps punching back. They're going to wave this one off, though. It's an offensive foul against Ophelia. Coach Jack cannot believe it. Wow. Controversial calls both ways. 4 minutes to play in the third.
Every time we drive, we're putting everything we love out on the road. And that's why we'll always drive a Subaru.
The all-new Subaru Outback, built to achieve the highest safety ratings possible. Love is what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get special offers from the best overall and most reliable auto brand during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
How's that flu?
I got this. I don't got this.
You need DayQuil Intense Flu.
Power through your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. You do got this. DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever, power through your flu medicine.
Go.
When you're ready for spring break,
Hi, guys.
emphasis on the break. It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now. Hilton, for the stay.
Old Spice Gentlemen's. Guess I've always been a gentleman.
DJ?
Son, what's going on in there?
I'll be out in a few.
Hours.
This is Freshpet. Here, there are no fillers, no spray-on flavors, no compromises. Just vet-developed recipes packed with fresh meat and healthy veggies. Because real fresh food belongs in everybody's bowl.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And for on-the-go Vicks vapors, try Vicks Vapo Inhaler.
At Consumer Cellular, we only hire real humans right here in America.
That's why we're ranked #1 in customer satisfaction.
I wish I was human.
It's pretty great. Ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. Call Consumer Cellular.
Well, you know what? The people that follow you watch you, not what you say. How you respond to adversity, how you respond to good stuff, how do you respond to winning, how do you respond to when the score doesn't say that you're a winner. And one thing that we are going to do this season is to always remember we don't ever lose, we win and we learn. And if we can have that mindset throughout the season on my part, I think it will be a reflection of the great talent that I have that's underneath me.
And you got to remember that interview was taken at the beginning of this season before a game had been played, as they are ranked 13th in the preseason poll. And those words would not be truer for this Syracuse team, as they have battled all season long to put themselves in this position, about to get a double bye going into the NCAA tournament, into the ACC tournament. But I think of those games, I referenced it early, like that Louisville game, where it looked like it was done, and they did not quit. They kept on playing. They've done it again today, down by a huge deficit at halftime, and Syracuse has battled back.
Syracuse currently number 38 in the net, 7th best among ACC teams, so there's a pack. Forced ACC teams between 37 and 40. Virginia was 37 coming into today. They'll be rising after their win in Louisville. Cuse is 38, and Clemson 39, Virginia Tech 40. ACC women's basketball may not be as strong as years past, but it is still a strong and deep league. These are two teams that could make a run in March. Trieger keeps it alive. Pierre to the basket.
And she's just so impressive with the ball in her hands anywhere near that basket. 17 points now, 6 of 9.
First paint points of the second half for the Wolfpack, and the Orange turn it over, and Felicia Leggett-Jack is even more frustrated now.
Izoje with a smile on her face as she goes back. Nothing she can do there except get a stop on the defensive end and finish that off with a rebound.
Coach Jack has to be careful because she is still barking at Jeff Wooten from all the way across the court. Brooks, no look to the corner. Samuel's three.
That is the first bucket for Samuels in this game. Just one of 2 before that.
Burrows, big bucket to respond, and one.
Great move to the rim by Sophie Burrows. Ball goes to the corner, and the dive to the glass, to the bucket rather, gets the ball, goes in, and the contact. Great move by Burrows. She had a slow start to this one, but she has put together some points.
Second foul on Brooks. Burrows was scoreless at halftime. And she'll have a second chance to make this free throw because of a lane violation. I think they called it on Brooks. She missed it again.
Ouch.
82% free throw shooter. Sophie Burrows. Only counts as one miss, but
yeah, that's right.
It hurts twice as much.
I thought for sure that was going in on the second try.
Samuels, difficult pass, eludes Pierre, and it'll be Syracuse ball with 2:32 to play in the third.
And I know that NC State gets that turnover right there, but I'm actually surprised that we've seen Syracuse stay in that zone. I feel like NC State has been able to pick it apart. Getting the open looks, short corner, high post, everything's been working.
Izoje over Trieger again.
I'm not sure if Tilda Trieger has ever had a player make more shots over an extended hand of hers.
I mean, maybe she's guarding Kevin Durant. I don't know.
See, that's what I mean about the zone. It's way too easy. Penetration inside the paint, easy dump off.
Pierre answers and then goes down. Izoje inside, missed it. Trieger had it. Burrows tries to steal it. Jump ball. Arrow belongs to the Wolfpack.
Khamil Pierre on the ground.
Wes Moore is wondering why there wasn't a whistle for that.
Fans wanting that as well. We'll take a look at it. She's running back.
Boom.
Gets some contact from Izoje.
I like that no call. Trigger, too strong. Izoje the rebound.
That's the third travel call on Layla Felia.
Goodness. Turnover for Syracuse. Third of those from Felia. Brooks kicks it. Jones called for a travel. Both teams are infuriated with these traveling violations.
So here, oh yeah, that's an easy one.
If we have a moment, we'll go back and see if the last one was deserved as well. Izoje had it knocked away. She had offensive foul.
Oh, I thought they called a travel. It looked like she did when she got to the half court, but a foul is called instead. Coach Jack just trying to contain herself over there.
Second foul on Uche. So you want to be a head coach.
How about that, by the way? Coaching at your alma mater. Is there anything better?
Jones outside for Quigley. Brooks with 12 to shoot. Final minute of the third. Another beautiful pass from Zoe Brooks, and Pierre lays it in.
Change up the defense. Man, as soon as they get past that first line of attack, the inside has been wide open.
21 for Khamil Pierre. 13-second difference, game and shot clock. State should see it again, barring an offensive rebound. Darius missed it. Offensive board, though, for Thompson. Felia, short. Trigger on the ground. Bear hugs the ball. It's a jump ball. The arrow goes to the orange with 10.4 on the clock. What a heavyweight fight this has been in this third quarter.
Every player right now so cognizant of their feet on the ground, trying to not pick up a travel.
Syracuse close the quarter with a bucket. Burrows, no. NC State has 3 seconds. Pierre not particularly interested in doing anything other than walking to the bench and getting ready for the fourth. Syracuse wins this quarter, but still trails by 13. You're watching CW.
Notre Dame would not be where they are without her. And she's been valuable, and I think she will. I think she'll go on to get potentially the MVP.
And I know you love the Irish, but I also know you appreciate most players everywhere. What can you say about the season Toby Fournier's had?
She has been so impressive. Came in after that freshman of the year nod last season, and she has not disappointed. Now a starter for her team and undefeated. She has been a large part of their success.
Another extra step, this time no argument from Sam Jones. Offensive rebound there from Khamil Pierre did give her her 18th double-double of the season.
Wow.
Quick transition three, Felia missed it.
And those are the ones that Syracuse needs to knock down if they're going to try to cut into this lead, because right now, only 9 minutes left of this game. NC State definitely has the momentum, and time is on their side.
State has won the last 9 meetings in the series. And Khamil Pierre trying to ensure that streak gets to 10.
Just way too open inside that paint, and NC State has picked it apart. Great passes on the interior. Give the ball to Izoje. Instead, Thompson will take it.
NC NC State's all right with that shot.
Yeah, I think that's a missed opportunity.
A careless dribble from Brooks, out of bounds. Felicia Leggett-Jack may want to challenge if they're calling an NC State ball.
So Burrows going for the steal, and yeah, Sophie Burrows right on the ankle.
I don't believe that you can call a proximate foul in women's college basketball like you can in the NBA. That was clearly a foul on Burrows, but it also looked clearly off NC State's foot. We'll find out when we get back.
I remember my heart was beating so fast. It's like good before the show even starts. I remember getting my first jersey.
When you get there, you can feel like that gut feeling of like excitement.
I love popcorn and I especially love the butter stuff. I remember Dad singing. I was screaming my heart out at that concert and I couldn't talk the next day.
From snacks to seats to souvenirs, cash back on experiences you'll never forget with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
Gillette Labs is just a fancy-looking Fusion 5? No, it ain't. It's Gillette's best shave. And its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer. Hey, Joe, come feel my cheeks.
Dad.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
With all these Hilton Honors points, I could stay for free. At the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives. What about the Canopy in Paris?
Hilton Honors, babe. When you want points that can take you anywhere, anytime, it matters where you stay. Hilton, for the stay.
Taxes was so taxing.
Now taxes is so free. Terrible tax, free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form, 1040 returns only. Now this is taxes, file for free and get the most money back. Guaranteed.
Big news. DirecTV got hot.
Thought they'd never lose those pudgy satellite dishes? Well, now they're streaming and steaming.
They've never been more flexible.
Is that DirecTV?
You bet it is.
They've got abs now, too.
I mean, apps. And you can get it with or without a device. No strings attached. It's true. DirecTV got hot.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Get live TV and apps starting at $19.99.
It is standing room only. He got it!
Next, the battle in the lanes begins as the greatest bowlers in the world face off under the brightest lights.
He's the greatest!
Where legends rise.
You want it?
One frame at a time.
Let's go!
Man, does it feel good. Welcome to the PBA. Premieres next, here on the CW.
All right, let's take a look at today's key play brought to you by Hilton. Hilton for the stay. The sequence that led to this big bucket. Offsetting, flagrant, and technical fouls. And then Zoe Brooks, money from team.
Yeah, it definitely solidified NC State in that moment because both benches are definitely up in arms about what just happened. This fan base as well, and it sealed it with that three.
Shy Hawkins unable to drain the long two, but it'll be Syracuse ball. By the way, the appeal was successful before the timeout, so Coach Jack wins her challenge. Several chances, the Orange cannot convert.
And I like seeing Zan Jones just keeping the pace slow on this end of the floor.
Jones, pull up. Rebound, Darius. The Orange have another run in them. It probably has to start soon. Darius foul to the dismay of the Wolfpack faithful. Don Cox, her first.
Darius does such a good job of getting inside the paint, elevates up. I don't have a problem with this call, to be honest. I think there was contact. I know Reynolds Coliseum does not agree with me.
Well, to the season Dominique Darius has had. Daughter of the Cuse football great Donovan Darius, first-round pick in 1998 after he was the Big East Defensive Player of the Year in '97. Darius coming from USC, where she only played in 19 games, 2.5 points per game. She has been a stud pickup for Cuse this season.
We asked Coach Jack, why was this the fit? And she said, we gave her a voice and we let her talk, we let her play. She's had freedom to do what she wants to do.
Quigley airmails it. It'll be NC State balls. Check out what happened this last sequence.
Yeah, you saw
Uche
holding her wrist.
Arm.
If you're a Syracuse fan, that's the last thing you want to see is Izoje on the bench.
Better with her on the floor, that's for sure. Clock winding down. Zam Jones. Looked like there was some contact. We play on. Darius on the drive. Can't finish. Rebound tips to Pierre.
It's been everything but the bucket for Dominique Darius lately.
Orange 0 for 6 to start the fourth. 0 for their last 10 going back to the third. Under 7 minutes we go. Quigley fouled by Cooper.
But it starts with Zam Jones, who gets the ball quickly to Quigley. I mean, hardly a second, not even close to a second before that pass is made, and Quigley takes that baseline runner. Zam Jones just has been so good at setting up her players. 8 assists now for Zam Jones.
2 shots for Quigley. Next week, it's the season finale of CW Women's Hoops as Clemson heads out west to take on Stanford. Broadcast time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Out there in the Bay, only on the CW. NC State has 2 winnable games ahead of them the final week of the season. Home against Wake Forest and at Pittsburgh. The NC State Wolfpack could get this win today. They'd be in a great spot to try to get that double bye. And that's something Wes Moore has talked about. Said they still control their destiny to get that free pass to the quarters.
I think that's important to note. I mean, this is the game they have to win. And obviously, everything, in their favor right now.
Orange haven't been the same team without Izoje out there. Quigley sneaks the pass through to Trieger. Brooks to Jones. Trieger, baseline, Jay, no. Darius the rebound. 15-point deficit.
There's the double.
Who's going to pull the trigger here? Filia will. Layla Filia breathing life into the Orange chances with 5:52 to go, and the timeout taken by Coach Jack.
30-second timeout, Syracuse.
We'll stay here.
NC State's defense actually was perfect. It's just that Filia decided to take a contested 3 well out off the line. They had doubled the post player, did everything they needed to do, and Filia still with the 3. That's some great offense.
Well, most of Syracuse's offense has come from Izoje.
11 of 17 from the floor. The way she has elevated up against the outstretched arms of Tilda Trieger. Shot after shot, she has been so impressive. 22 points, two rebounds away from another double-double. First season of college basketball, and it suits her.
We came into the game today thinking that Syracuse on the offensive glass, if they could get some second chance points, that could help them. Second chance points are even 5-5.
Yeah.
It has not been a huge factor. Trieger, on the other hand, continues to make an impact.
And you got to credit NC State with that. They came in, locked in on that rebounding side, and they put a body on Syracuse and limited them completely to their game.
Izoje is back in there, but Darius takes it herself. Izoje got a fingertip on the board. Tip finds Cooper. Cooper bumped by Pierre inside. Good, strong, straight-up defense. Players tie up to the floor. Give me that ball, Kelly. Give it to me.
Wow. And even still, when they were on the floor, they wouldn't let it go. I feel like we just had a scenario. Got to learn from that one. So the missed shot, and look at the tussle for the boards. Look at that, still holding on to the ball.
What level of intimidation do you gain by being the one holding on to the ball last?
There is a significant amount. I'm going to be honest. Like, I didn't want to ever let go of it, but look at that, off the back.
How about Dominique Darius?
Man,
Ricky Orange.
Just as I turned my head. Darius.
Even Pierre appreciates it deep down.
Yeah, she's like, you got me.
So you're saying if you were out there, you would be doing the same thing, not letting go of the ball?
I would want to not let go of the ball, but I'm way too accommodating. I'm like, okay, we gotta let go. I could see myself being like, okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's on 3.
And then you would hang on till
That's right, just for one more split second.
12-point game. Brooks missed the runner. Pierre missed the stick back. Izoje outlets for Darius. Dominique Darius, no. Uche Izoje, yes. Under 5 minutes to play. The orange not going away.
Again, Dominique Darius is doing everything but finishing. She is 4 of 15 from the field and getting good looks.
Brooks denied. Second chance for State. Jones to Pierre, blocked by Izoje. 7 to shoot for the Pack.
And Izoje, with the cardinal sin of defense, stepped up to get that ball handler, but came back just in time to block that shot. Some good D.
Our 11th double-double of the season. Jones fouled. They're going to count the basket. How many huge shots has she made all season long for this team?
She has been the quiet assassin in this one. Spin with the contact. 8 points for her, 8 assists. NC State does not have this lead without her on the floor.
Missed the free throw, though. Ophelia picked up her second foul. Burrows. Rebound, Izoje. Darius down the alley. Fouled by Brooks. Count it. And 1.
That time, she found the angle. Off the glass and in with contact. 10-point game right now. We may get into single digits. It's a good-looking shot.
16 for Dominique Darius. And it's a 9-point game with 4:10 to play.
Still plenty of time. Full court pressure applied by Syracuse.
Back off as the Pack get it in. Brooks, Jones, Pierre, Trieger, and Samuels for NC State. Trieger will take it. No good. Not sure they needed that shot, but they're going to call the foul on the rebound action. Pierre had position. All the contact we've seen today, Kelly. I don't know if that was all that vicious. But it's NC State ball.
Can you tell Coach Jack played in the post? I just love it.
She's different in a great, great way.
I'll tell you what, her players love playing for her.
Number 33 is retired at the Dome. All-time winningest coached at Buffalo.
She has gotten this turnaround this season.
Samuels. Loose ball collected by Cooper. Big possession. Burrows wide open. It's a huge miss, but Izoje gets it back. Reload. Sophie Burrows. And it's still Syracuse ball.
And here is where those offensive rebounds are so important. We mentioned very few up until this fourth quarter. And now 13 for the Cuse. 13 as well, by the way, for NC State.
Darius will take it.
Wow.
3 missed threes, all pretty good looks that trip. Like what Izoje did after Burrows missed the second open look. She went right to her, patted her on the back as if to say, keep shooting.
I love that.
Coach Jackson in a defensive stance, ready to guard.
She's coming in for the double team.
3 minutes to play here in Raleigh. State's led by as many as 19, but still work to do down the stretch. That's a shot clock violation.
And the fist pump from Coach Jack, and that is well-deserved. Great defense. Obviously, NC State wanting to take up the shot clock, but of course you want to get a good look.
Coach Jack flexing her elbow, calling the play. Inside, Uche Izoje, the freshman from Nigeria, can't hit it, and she's called for the foul over the back of Pierre. Frustration foul there. It's her third.
I love that play call, though. They brought everybody else up to the top so she could go one-on-one, no help, and just could not get that shot to fall. We've seen her make so many of those in this game.
2.5 to play. Got to be a balance between taking time off the clock and still trying to get a decent shot if you're NC State.
Yeah, and Syracuse.
Jones gets the good look, goes glass and puts the pack up 11.
Again, Sam Jones, and then she is the first one back in transition defense.
Darius through the traffic, tied up. NC State has the arrow.
And you know who got a hand on that ball? Sam Jones. Came off, got a deflection, and then Zoe Brooks tied it up. This young lady is playing with purpose. Look at that. Tips the ball, and the tie-up. That's big.
Brooks stumbled, and it's a timeout for State. Coach Jack leaping into the air, begging for a jump ball.
Trying to stay in her box, but she just can't.
She does not use profanity, but her language and attitude is strong.
Wow. And nothing to argue there, really. That's the right call. They had close to a tie-up, and NC State made the last-minute call.
Let's take a look at today's player of the game, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive offers 24/7 protection when you bundle auto, home, and motorcycle. Learn more at progressive.com.
This is outstanding play. Great passes. Zoe Brooks just locked in. Has been so good for this team. 20 points for her. 5 boards, 4 assists, a little of everything for the junior.
Pierre's had a great day too, 23 and 15. Sam Jones, 10 points, 8 assists. NC State less than 2 minutes away from getting this monumental win, snapping their losing streak. Jones adds to it.
That player is special. I mean, she didn't have to put on a performance like that, but she did just to show this fan base what she has.
There's been a fierce defensive intensity from NC State much of this game. Burrows has not been able to find the range. Darius keeps it alive. Third chance, Izoje pays it off, and Syracuse takes the timeout, but just 1:07 to play, and the difference is still 11.
Look at the crossover, the spin, and somehow goes off the wrong foot, it looked like. Up and in with the left hand. Look at this. Yeah, goes off the wrong foot, and somehow lifts it up, and then the response. Stands straight up and looks at her fan base, and they are on your side. Number 3 in white. She has been special today.
As soon as we're done here in Raleigh, don't forget the premiere of PBA on the CW, PBA Players Championship. Rick Allen leads our coverage from Dallas. We'll get you there as soon as we conclude here in Raleigh. Look, it's been a season of ups and downs. The Wolfpack challenged themselves a lot like Duke did in the non-conference. They took some lumps. But a win today would get them to 18-9. They are still in the top 25 in the country in the net, Kelly. They're 4th among ACC teams. They got 2 winnable games down the stretch. They got a chance to head into March with some momentum, and we know that Westmore's teams have played great in recent years in the madness.
He would still love to lock up that one of those top 4 spots, and that is possible. Syracuse goes in to play Notre Dame next, and that should be a tough game.
Yeah, Thursday night at the Dome.
Remember Notre Dame, a team that really annihilated NC State.
Long ball, Sam Jones, fouled by Darius from behind.
Most surprised when that play works. Because I think you get it done to you one time and it'll never, my opinion is it'll never happen again, right? You always have to have somebody back.
Wolfpack have been good at the free throw line today, now 17 for 21.
By the way, can we say the obvious, right? She's doing this with a mask on. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how does she have the peripheral vision to see anybody. She's got 8 assists.
She's also scored the last 8 points for State. And grabs the rebound that might just ice it. Burrows with a backcourt pressure. NC State's going to take a timeout. And it's granted with 45.3 left.
Coach Jack still trying to plead her case to the officials.
You know, sometimes the shots just don't fall. And here in the fourth quarter, Kelly, Syracuse is 4 for 21. They shot 60% in the third, just 19% in the fourth.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game. This was a winnable game. They got it to single digits a few different times. As you look at the remaining schedules for both teams, again, winnable games for the Pack. And for Syracuse, it'll be that tough Notre Dame game that's up next. But NC State, after losing 2 in a row, I don't think anybody thought they'd lose 3 in a row. And they're showing us why. Their defense has been special, holding Syracuse to under 40% from the field. They've made their shots. They've looked good.
Her name is Zamaria, but they call her Zam.
She's given the ball up 8 times to the player who scored it. She has knocked it down. She's got 14 points. She's played defense. She has been unstoppable. And she's thrown a little sass in there as well. Look at that offensive highlight package.
Previously had 8 assists against Coastal Carolina and Southern Miss. Matches for season high. In that department, 8 assists today.
I love that she ended that with a little wave at the camera.
45 seconds left. Pierre looking to throw it down court. She will. Only had a couple seconds to get it across. Unlike the men's college game, the timeout does not give you another 10 seconds in the women's game. Pierre, one dribble, bucket. 25 and 15 for Khamil Pierre.
That's as good as it gets right there. One of the best post players in this conference.
Has not been Sophie Burrow's day from deep. The Aussie has not been able to find the range. She's now 2 for 7. Shot clock is off. And a bump from Philia. Send NC State to the line to pad the stats. For those of you joining us for the debut of the PBA Tour on the CW, the PBA Players Championship from Arlington, Texas is next, right after we conclude in Raleigh.
Four players in double figures for NC State. 2 over 20.
What's the ceiling for this Wolfpack team over the course of the next month, Kelly?
I think the sky's the limit. I think they have the ability to come in and win the ACC tournament. I know that's a big statement because you go back to that Duke game, right?
What needs to happen that didn't happen in the last week against Notre Dame and Duke?
It was their defense, and I think today they have proved that they can play connected, they can play together, and they've got to do that on a bigger stage in the ACC tournament. And yeah, you're going to go up against some great teams. Louisville, that's putting up a lot of points, but just suffered a loss to Virginia. I'm watching that tape if I'm Coach Moore. And then Duke, obviously.
And Westmore's going to take the timeout just to advance the ball. I appreciate that word you used, connected, because they have looked more connected, more consistently today.
And I think Westmore was very, he wasn't mincing words with us this morning when he was just talking about, he loves defense and he loves rebounding. That is what he believes will win championships, it'll win games, and they have not been playing that way as of late. And to see this game, I think this has to make him feel good about where his team is and where they're headed.
Uche Izoje, 13 for 20. 26 points, 14 rebounds, but it's going to come in a loss on the road. Syracuse is going to fall to NC State for the 10th straight time. 2 years ago here, Syracuse got to overtime where the Pack prevailed by 4, and today NC State will win it by 13. Final score, NC State 82, Syracuse 69. Westmore and the Wolfpack snapped their skid and improved to 11-5 in the ACC with a 13-point win. For